Okay, I believe all the screws are loose, and we're ready to pull the back off. So it should just lift right off, just like that. Mine's going to look a little different than yours because I have 1/4" jacks wired in already. Basically what you're going to have in yours is you're going to have 2 wires coming off here going to this board, 2 wires coming off this one going to the board, 2 wires coming off this one going to the board. Alright, all these wires right in here are wires that I added. Looks a little bit complicated, but not really. These are the 1/4" jacks that I added. Those you get at Radio Shack. They're fairly inexpensive. If you look, they have 3 prongs on them. Hopefully my video's able to get this. You have 1, 2, 3. This is a ground, and this one is a switch from the hot wire here. So basically what we're doing is we're going to tie in to the ground. I found on these the black wire is the ground. I took my speaker wire, and as you can see I have 1 wire here, 1 wire here, and 1 wire here, all connected together and shrink racked up in there. I used solder on those connections. These are very delicate wires, so strip them easily to expose the wire, cut it, expose the wire, add this wire to it, heat shrink wrap it, and you're going to take that over, and it's going to connect to the ground side, which is this one right here. Oh, let me get the camera up here. This is your ground side. You know it's your ground side because it's connected to the sleeve. The sleeve is your ground. The tip touches here, and that's going to be your hot wire. Alright, so what we're going to do then with the other wire, like on this one it's green, and it was connected in here to this one right here, is we're going to come off this green wire right here, and we're going to bring it over and connect it to the opposite side from the ground. Alright, then we're going to come off of this connection right here, the 3rd connection, and take it and connect that back up to the wire going to the piezo. This is your piezo here. We're going to do that on all 3 of them. What that's going to allow it to do is when you push your cable in, it will push this switch right here and connect the cable to the board and disconnect the piezo from the board. You can't have both piezos connected because it will see it as a normal circuit. It won't register a hit. So once again, ground wire goes to the ground, connected to the sleeve, alright, from the board to the opposite side right here, and then from the middle plug or connection it goes all the way back to the piezo on the hot wire. The black wire is your ground, your color wire is your hot wire. And that's pretty basic, simple wiring right there. I'll actually draw a picture of it and see if I can add it to the video so that you can better see it possibly. Okay, here we have a very crude diagram that I drew up coming out of the board, which the board is this piece right there. Alright, that's what the piezos look like. That's what the back end of the jacks look like. We're coming straight out of the board. You have a green wire here, black wire here. Black wire's ground, green's the hot. Alright, this is what your jack looks like. There's a picture I pulled off the internet. We want to wire it in here. We want to take that black wire and we want to cut it right here. And we want to splice into it. We want to take it to this one right here, which is connected to the shank, which is actually the ground. This part right here, that's what it's connected to. We want to cut the green wire, come out of the board. We want to go to the opposite side over there, that's opposite where we connected our ground, and we want to come out of piezo, and then we'll take it to this connection that's right here on the end. What this switch does is when nothing's plugged in, this is actually connected to this right here and makes the circuit back to the piezo. When you plug something in, it disconnects this right here, and the wire coming from the board is connected to this coming out of the jack, and that's how that works. So this is what it looks like before. That's the way you wire each one in. Then you will need to drill a hole in the cabinet. I mounted mine right there, and you'll mount those. They're panel mount 1/4" jacks with a switch. That's a panel mount 1/4" jack with a switch, and that's the basic wiring inside. So we'll put this back together, and then I will show you how to hook it to the drums.